She was the world's longest-serving female leader, hailed internationally for lifting millions out of poverty. Foreign media even dubbed her the mother of humanity. But to many Bangladeshis, Sheikh Hasina was a mother of evil.
She turned into a monster.
I think she's a psychopath.
Sheikh Hasina is a zombie.
Her regime stands accused of stealing hundreds of billions of dollars from this impoverished country. Her security forces allegedly kidnapped and executed thousands.
Every night I was mentally prepared that I'll not see another day.
In July 2024, students rose against her, finally storming the residence where she ruled Bangladesh like an absolute monarch. She fled in a helicopter and escaped to India. Today,
this, with that. I wanted you guys to see that, okay? Marabu, we're telling you that the power of the people is greater than those that are in power. That was why I showed that video. And I want to talk about Zoodlabs. Zoodlab. Zoodlab, it's very important that we talk about this. Bear with me here, guys. I'm trying to get this out of the way here. Something is sitting on my screen. I can't get it. Okay. All right. But I want to talk about Zoodlab. Zoodlab is this, organization owned by Marabu. And I want to show you guys the connection, what they did to SALCAB. It's a little late here, guys. Bear me. I did not really want to do a live today because I'm really tired, but it is what it is. So I have to do this. So please be patient with me. But Zoodlab, I did a live. I've done some WhatsApp audios for you guys that follow me on WhatsApp, and I talked about Zoodlab. And I showed you guys the hierarchy of Zoodlab. And let me put that on the screen again for you guys. I want to share with you guys so you can see, well, this is what it is. Davar Fazeli, those names are just, for decoration's sake. The main man behind the operations at Zoodlab is this guy, David Pakima. I know the other day I did a live and I said something Donald, but it's David Pakima, as you can see here, is the main guy behind this. All this Isamia team, all these other guys, it's just to make it seem like it's an international organization. But I showed you guys that, Zoodlab has erected a tower in collegiate school. Excuse me. So I've been talking about that and I've been sharing with you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But just to refresh your memories again, I think it's important for me to share this with you so you guys can see exactly what it is and so you can have an idea. This is the tower that was erected at collegiate school. All right. I want you guys to see this. This is the tower. This was construction going, but this is the tower.
I think we don't come and we dey look at waiting the happy now. We don't can see this tower. This tower don't involve bigly. This is well over three town lots. And look at the distance between the school and the tower. Now look at the tower. Look at the tower. I hope you see now. Look at the tower. Look at.
All right, I wanted to give you guys context so you'd understand exactly where I'm coming from with this live, okay? Because I've talked about Zoodlab already, so it's not new. But what I want to do for you today is to go back in time, go back to history, and bring up the record so you guys would see. And the reason why I played the video for you all of the dictator in Bangladesh that was removed last year is to show Marabio that Furisanko was much more powerful than Marabio. And these guys are dictators. And that is why Marabio does not want to hand over power. I'm telling you guys this. I'm telling, friends of Sierra Leone across the world. The reason why Julius Maada does not want to hand over power is because he has his hands too far in the jar at this point. When you look at the unbundling of SALCAB, and then transferred everything to Zoodlab, and he owns Zoodlab, and they have people like David Pakima in charge of Zoodlab. David Pakima used to work at Online. These are the gateways, to internet in Sierra Leone. So what Julius Maada did was, because David Pakima, who was a salesperson at Online, it brought him in, and he's running the affairs. And they run the affairs of now Zoodlab because they unbundle SALCAB. You see, Zoodlab is privatized, owned by Marabio. SALCAB was a nationalized, entity, and because now the government be the run them. So what's in Julius Marabio do? Take it away from the government, privatize them, and give it to David Pakima. I'm not calling you. I've shown you guys the hierarchy. This is the hierarchy of Zoodlab. This is the hierarchy of Zoodlab. You guys can see that. This is the hierarchy of Zoodlab right here. This is the hierarchy. So that is not the contention. That is not the problem here. But this is the guy, David Pakima, in charge of Zoodlab. These guys are making millions and millions of dollars. But the reason why I'm doing this is because this tower that has been built in a collegiate school land, of course, they're not for the building tower, they are in residential areas. Because what you do, research has shown the devastating effects of these, towers within residential communities. And I showed you guys the last time that I did, the live, and shared with you guys evidences of what I'm talking about. Evidence for a health risk by RF, which is radio frequency, on humans living around mobile phone-based stations, from radio frequency sickness to cancer. So I showed you guys this. I brought it in. I showed you guys. And, but, this is Sierra Leone for us. The study that was did, I showed you guys the abstract itself, and this is the abstract, which makes it very clear. The objective of this work was to perform a complete review of the existing scientific literature to update the knowledge of the effects of base station antennas on humans. Studies performed in real urban conditions with mobile phone base stations, which is these towers, situated close to apartments, were selected. Overall results of this review show 3 types of effects by base station antennas on the health of people. Radio frequency sickness now one, cancer was the other, and as you guys have seen now, biochemical parameters were also observed to have changed in people. So this is the effect that these towers have on our people. So this is the study that was done. All right. So they did a random sampling of about 73.6% of the people that will live within that base, that tower there. And 28 out of 38 showed effects. Out of the 38 people that they did the test on, 28 showed effects. 73.9, that was 17 of 23, for radio frequency sickness. That means that they get sick from the radio frequency, headache. Somebody complain about me, they don't know what's in the heart, which make the head the heart because of the radio frequency around the area. The other set of people we didn't test, it proves says 76.9%, when at 10 out of 13 people, then prove positive for cancer. And 75%, when at 6 out of 8 for changes in biochemical parameters. When they talk about in genetics, they change. So this is the research that was done, that I shared with you guys from the last live that I did. You can go back and check the last live that I did on Zoodlab, and you'll see all of this. But what I wanted to do is to take you back
She was the world's longest-serving female leader, hailed internationally for lifting millions out of poverty. Foreign media even dubbed her the mother of humanity. But to many Bangladeshis, Sheikh Hasina was a mother of evil.
She turned into a monster.
I think she's a psychopath.
Sheikh Hasina is a zombie.
Her regime stands accused of stealing hundreds of billions of dollars from this impoverished country. Her security forces allegedly kidnapped and executed thousands.
Every night I was mentally prepared that I'll not see another day.
In July 2024, students rose against her, finally storming the residence where she ruled Bangladesh like an absolute monarch. She fled in a helicopter and escaped to India. Today, the once sumptuous residence of Sheikh Hasina is in ruins, along with her reputation. In this special investigation, we're going to look at how a leader once hailed as an icon of democracy became someone people here call a monster. And we'll ask, can Bangladesh rise again from the wreckage of her rule?
In here. In Pekin, they attend collegiate school. In Pekin, they attend the American International Academy, which is the American school within Sierra Leone. They pay about $20,000 to $30,000 per term. Now the school in Pekin, they attend. Marabio in Pekin, they all know. They didn't attend any other school in that country, but the American Academy as well. But you have useless people that are supporting these guys. This man is paying $20,000, $40,000 to $40,000 a year for school. For them Pekin and they. But you have supporters that are dying in Pekin and not get access to proper education. They are supporting these useless leaders. And Zoodlab don't go erect this tower 20 foot away from a classroom. I've shown you guys the video. I'm not making things up. I'm giving you guys the facts. So the purpose of this live, like I said, I'm going to go through articles them so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But this is the tower. I want to show you guys so you guys would see what I'm talking about now.
Okay, made a video now. Alright, I think we don't come and we dey look at wetin dey happen now. We don't can see this tower. This tower don't involve bigly. This is well over three town lots. And look at the distance between the school and the tower. Now look at the tower. Look at the tower. I hope you see how well. Look at the tower. Look at the distance between the school and the tower. This is just about 35 feet, which is about 10 meters. Point something. What do you think will happen? Students have to play. They have to run around. So this is it. This is it.
So this is the tower. But like I said, I don't want to make this live. It's a little late. Mrs. I really tired, but I have to expose this. So this is what I want to do. Again, I want to show you guys the hierarchy of Zoodlab so you guys would know exactly who they are. This is David Pakima. Like I said again, he is the main child behind this is not Davar Fazeli. Yes, it's just, the guy being used. You see in photo, even picture not in there. But thank God we have the photos of David Pakima, who's the co-founder and chief innovator. This is David Pakima. He used to work for Online. Now be a salesman day. Now maybe you take him because they unbundle SALCAB, which I'm about to show you guys. Newspaper publication since then, few years ago, to show you guys. But I want to show you each of these people so you guys can see them. These are the people that are causing mayhem in Sierra Leone right now. David Pakima, a kid, does not attend collegiate school. David Pakima's child attends the American International Academy, paying $20,000 to $30,000 every year per term, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how the structure of that school is, but probably per year or per term or whatever it is. How many Sierra Leoneans can even think of that, right? But that's the school his kid is attending. However, he's endangering the lives of the kids attending collegiate school. But his kid, his own child, is attending the American International Academy. And they are not prone to these cancerous, this cell tower emits around these other kids that are about 35 meters away from the classroom. This is the biggest form of injustice we can ever sit by and tolerate and accept, Sierra Leoneans. We cannot accept this. So this is David Pakima. Now this is Issam Yatim, foreigner. Maybe a Turkish, maybe a Lebanese, I don't know. This is Emmanuel Tondone, is the lawyer for Zoodlab. This is Ishmael Bangura, senior finance manager. These are the people. This is Zolt Tuza, he's the engineer. He used to work with Pakima at Online. And he brought him over now to Zoodlab. Zoodlab is owned by Julius Maada. I wanted to show you guys this, so you guys would see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the hierarchy of Zoodlab. This is the headquarters in Sierra Leone, as you can see the map. And they do have a branch in the United States, in Florida. But I wanted you to see this. And now let me go to some of the publications that talked about the sale of SALCAB. How they unbundled and dismantled SALCAB. Who did that? I'm going to show you guys all of that, so you can see. Sale of SALCAB to a foreign company will compromise state security. So technically, Julius Maada is correct to say that they did not sell SALCAB, because what they did was just take away the responsibilities of SALCAB and passed it over to Zoodlab. Basically, that's what Julius Maada did, because again, Julius Maada owns Zoodlab. So now it's privatized. Every penny, every internet, every credits that you buy in Sierra Leone, Julius Maada gets a cut from that, because Zoodlab controls the gateway, the internet gateway to Sierra Leone. They are the wholesaler for selling internet packages. That is why, now what they've done is, instead, in the past, during the days of APC, the internet came from Europe. Sierra Leone's internet was from Europe, so we had less disruptions. But now it is either it comes from Mauritania or from South Africa. They will use Mauritania for a while, and after a while, if they owe something from Mauritania, then they'll switch it over to South Africa. That is what has been happening. That is why there's a lot of disruptions in the internet in Sierra Leone, and that is why you have poor internet service, because that is what they've been doing. But Zoodlab is in charge of all of this. They took away all of that responsibility. of the avid corruption, the decrepit corruption, the nasty corruption that has gone on. That is why this man wants to hold on to power and become a dictator in Sierra Leone, and the opposition does not even know what they're doing. Thank God for Dr. Samura Kamara that has stood his ground to say enough is enough. I'm going to demand my victory. Thank God for Dr. Samura Kamara that has chosen to defend his victory. But these guys have no idea of what they're doing. They've sold our people out. And I'm reading this for you guys because I want you guys to see. Guys, again, dictatorships shall end. We've seen it in countries like Bangladesh. Sierra Leoneans would rise one day. Julius Maada, you were nothing. Marabio, hand over power to Dr. Samurai Kamara peacefully and quietly. Don't allow the people to lay their hands on you. If that happens, a lot of other people are going to go down, and it would not be good. It's not going to be funny. The people of Sierra Leone are angry. They are pissed. In the day that they shall have their way, it will not be pretty. Hand over power peacefully. Don't let the people of Sierra Leone lay their hands on you or your families. Hand over power peacefully. Hand over power to the rightful winner of the June 24th, 2023 elections. You've done enough damage already. It clearly shows. This gangsterism, this level of thievery that you've perpetrated against Sierra Leone, there's no way you'll be able to pay us back. The least you can do is hand over power again to the winner of the June 24th, 2023 elections. Let me play this video so you guys would see exactly how dictators are brought down. Watch this.
For any outsider, the capital Dhaka is an assault on the senses. More than 20 million people live in this noisy, pulsating, gridlocked city. Dhaka University is as close as you'll get to a quiet oasis. A place to study, to think, and to sometimes change history.
Okay, the famous student leaders. How are you? Thank you for meeting us.
I've come here to meet 4 of the students who took on a dictatorship and won. Mitu Akhter, Abdul Kader, Mira and Rifat Rashid braved weeks of gunfire from security forces that killed hundreds of protesters.
So you all saw friends killed around you?
Yeah, there is a lot of people. Killed in this movement, and that was the terrible experience.
The campaign they fought is now etched in murals around the university. Unarmed idealists facing bullets and armoured combat vehicles in hope of a better future.
আমার ফ্যামিলি বিশ্বাস করেছিল আমি আসলে মারা গেছি, তারা জাস্ট আমার লাশটা চাচ্ছিল, কিন্তু আমরা আসলে কিন্তু আন্দোলনটাকে ফ্রন্টের দিকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে গেছি।
It started with simple protests over a government quota system, which students believed the regime was using to reserve jobs for its supporters. But after mass arrests and mass killings, it turned into a nationwide uprising to oust Sheikh Hasina.
আমাদের আর পিছে ফিরোর মানে তাকানোর কোনো সুযোগ নেই। যদি আমরা বাসি আমরা হচ্ছে কি এই যে ফ্যাসিস্টকে খেদানো স্যার আমাদের আর কোনো ওয়ে নাই।
I just know one thing, that I have to survive, I have to achieve peace, I have to achieve the equal rights. I'm fighting for this, right?
For most of their lives, Sheikh Hasina had been their only ruler. Embraced by world leaders, she revelled in the moniker of Asia's Iron Lady, determined to drag her country from poverty and bring equality to women. At least that was the image her regime created. By 2024, much of Bangladesh's Gen Z had a different view.
She is the mother of fascism, Sheikh Hasina.
But to many,
Zoodlab should remove their tower from that place. Marabio should transfer back all the powers from Zoodlab to SALCAB. It's the property of the people. SALCAB was enacted. It's a registered entity by the people of Sierra Leone. They own it. You cannot take control of that. But one day, the people should have their way with you, Marabio. The people should have the way. Guys, it's a little late, but this is the tower that was erected at Collegiate School. I want you guys to see it. This tower is so they get for make people and seek around that area there. When I already leave around that band lane and all that place, you guys are gonna seek from cancer, radio frequency sickness, unnecessary headaches. The genetics of that picking will be affected because it changed your biochemistry and all of that stuff inside your body. It go for affect tuna. Those towers not for the inner residential area. This is why people like myself are here to educate you guys. When I wake up and rise up, Sierra Leoneans, enough is enough of this nonsense. Julius Maada, hand over parts of the people. Watch this video, and I'm gonna leave this live right here and share with everybody else.
Okay, made a video now. Alright, I think we don't come and we dey look at wetin dey happen now yeah. We don't can see this tower. This tower don't involve bigly. This is well over three town lots. And look at the distance between the school and the tower. Now look at the tower. Look at the tower. I hope you see now. Look at the tower. Look at the distance between the school and the tower. This is just about 35 feet, which is about 10 meters. Points something. What do you think will happen? Students have to play. They have to run around. So this is it.
This is so wrong. But I want you guys to listen to this clip.
Okay, I'll just do this and I will send this thing for you.
We know Hasina fled, the head of the regime, she fled, but the rest of the structure, the body is still there, whom we have allegation against, who did all those enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killing, still there in uniform.
The most infamous security force, the Rapid Action Battalion, or RAB, is still operating. Today, for the first time, its Director General has agreed to be interviewed by foreign television.
Hello, sir. Harry Campbell.
Korea police officer Shahidur Rahman has been appointed to clean up the paramilitary force, whose officers allegedly took part in kidnappings, torture, and executions.
I am really very shocked, and this is disgusting for us, that we have to bear this sort of allegation on us. We are trying to rebuild our reputation, rebuild our RAB, and we are now strictly following the rules and regulations, the laws, the human rights issues.
And what is happening to the officers who've been accused of these crimes?
Those who have been accused, they are under investigation and they will have to face the music, what they did earlier.
Are there still some serving in RAB now who have been accused of these crimes?
We are not sure about I'm not sure whether they are here or not.
They are still there serving, definitely. People are still scared. That's the trauma for the victim families.
The government commission investigating the disappearances says the Rapid Action Battalion should be disbanded. The challenge is that some other law enforcement groups are barely functioning. During the uprising, mobs attacked and burned police stations and vehicles. Thousands of police fled. Much of the anger stemmed from the security forces' violent crackdown on the protests. The UN Human Rights Office estimates up to 1,400 people were killed, including 180 children, with thousands wounded. In this military hospital in Dhaka, many are still fighting to recover.
They have spinal injury, paraplegia, or we call it in medical term quadriplegia or paraplegia.
Yeah. How many patients have you had from the protests in total?
In total, 2,613. 2,613.
And the majority have been gunshot wounds?
Yeah.
It's not the whole number of injured protesters. There's other hospitals who are treating them. Yeah.
All over the country. All over the country.
Victims included a 10-year-old child. Imran was shot in the head on August 5th, the day Sheikh Hasina fled to India.
So he also joined the protest, and unfortunately he was hit by the bullet.
He was shot by the police, a young boy, in a protest.
Unfortunately. So he is very brave.
For his mother Irene, it has been an unending nightmare.
What was your reaction when you found that police had shot your little boy?
কি আর মনে হবে স্যার, তারা প্রশাসনের লোক, তাদের উপরে আর কি অভিযোগ আমি করতে পারি? আর আমার ওই মামলা করা হয়েছে, মামলা যে করছি ওরা আমারে খুব ফোনে অনেক ইয়া করতে আছে যে এলাকায় আসতে পারবা না।
Show us the scans.
But for this family at least there is hope. Imran, now 11, has made a near miraculous recovery from a gunshot that should have killed him.
I'll leave it right here, guys. Okay? All right. Oh, Lamin. So I was having some sound issues. Oh my goodness. I hope it wasn't that bad. God damn it. Oh man. Okay. No wonder. All right, guys. My bad. If I have to repeat this live, I'll repeat this live, okay? I am so sorry. I clicked on my mic. I totally forgot I muted my mic. My apologies. Man, Lamin, you get forbid me sound checker, man. I didn't even look at the comments. My bad, man. My bad. Okay. The devil is a liar. I'm going to repeat this live if I have to repeat this live, okay? All right, everybody. Bye-bye.